Okay, now I'm underneath the car. It said to remove the stock transmission bracket and lever. Here's this, here's the stock bracket. Take that off. You take a nut off, and then you install that B&M bracket on it. Fairly simple, as it's got a square hole, so it lines up on the bolt nice. And then you're supposed to take two holes out of the oil pan, or two bolts, which will be these two bolts, and then this will go in place like so, using two spacers that they give so that it clears the lip. I'm going to do that next, and then we'll have both brackets mounted, and we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the cable after that. Okay, a little hint here. I was trying to put the bracket in, and I ended up pulling some threads out. Well, they are aluminum transmissions, and because you're using a spacer, not much of the bolt goes in. I went and I found these two in my junk pile of bolts, and they fit, so I'm going to use those. I would advise you to find longer bolts when you do your conversion. It just seems like a better bet. More threads for them to grab onto rather than trying to get just the first 3 or 4 threads. Okay, there you can see the second bracket mounted. The two holes that are open in the bracket would be for the Turbo 400. Since I have the 200 4R, I use the other two. I'm guessing the other two would also be for the Turbo 350 and probably Power Glide. And you can see, again, the front bracket mounted. Again, note the different bolts. I used longer ones. I feel much more secure with that because, like I said, I pulled some threads out trying to put the back bolt in. Just because of the way you have to mount a spacer to get around the flange of the transmission pan. Next, I'm going to read some more directions and figure out what I'm going to do with the shifter cable, because I'm going to have to drill a hole somewhere. That's all for now, but I shall return.